Alright, so just wanted to start this video off with a disclaimer that this is going to be freestyle, non-scripted as well. Hopefully the audio is okay, but the first things first is obviously we do have a new event out, and the best stage to grind would probably be the last stage on hard mode, as always. If you need to waste your stamina, if you have enough gear, or if you need a lot of credits, that probably is the best to actually grind. I'll test that out though and let you guys know what the best stage is to grind though. For the event shop, I would probably ignore the T5 gear over here for the SC gear, even though it's guaranteed crit damage and whatnot. I'd prioritize the other stuff first, but I probably would get these if you guys grind that much. The first priority, I would probably go for the special ship schematics. If you need a ship and stuff, these are very useful. Especially these. You need 100 of these to make a new ship. So, first priority is probably the ship stuff. Second priority, I'd say, is the SPT cores, the SAPT cores or APT cores, or the coupons. They give you two options of both, which is really nice, so you can clear those out if you need to build, you know, your counter soldiers or mechs. Obviously you have the counter versions, or you can build mechs or soldiers with these coupons. Then I'd probably go for the skill, prime training data, and then I'd ignore the EXP. Yeah, I just ignore EXP in total, in general. You're gonna grind EXP a lot, and you're just gonna get a lot of it with no gold to actually spend on it. And buy these last, probably. Hopefully you guys get some good rolls on it for the set. But yeah. Aside from that, obviously make sure you guys do spend your shadow records if you finish the bingo event, as you can get credits from it. That's pretty much it. So, first things first is I want to go over the shop and what it entails. So, I want to go through the paid options first and what you should do as a free-to-play player or a whale or a dolphin. So obviously these packs are like last resort. They're pretty expensive for what you can get for admin coins, but if you need the admin coins but you already bought all the other ones, you could buy it. I'd probably recommend the $100 pack because it's the most value. Otherwise, the monthly packs are extremely value. I would highly recommend buying these if you're able to spend that much. It's monthly, it's a special pack, and I would definitely grab these if you were looking to get some admin coins. These are definitely the packages that you would get. Other than that, we do have 2 new packs out for admin coins. I would highly recommend to buy these out. It is extremely good value for what is listed on the price. As you see, around $15, $17 this, you would only get like what, 1200, 1300 admin coins. These you get basically more than just the same amount of value, because usually it's not 1-to-1, but this is more. You get more admin coins for how much you're actually paying, and it's a pretty good deal for admin coins. Next one would be the Valentine's pack, and I would definitely say this is worth to an extent. This is at least 2 characters, I would say, and a decent amount of EXP. But the main things I would really like from here is the admin coins is a decent part of it. That's like 60% of the pack. These skill books are really nice, and the intel is very nice. I would definitely buy that as a dolphin as well. For free-to-plays, obviously you can't buy these, but for dolphins, low spenders, these are the packs you would go for first. If anything, these are also the packs that you might want to go for, whatever you can afford. Other than that, we also have the Ethereum special package. Don't spend on these. Like, if you're a low spender, don't spend on this. This is admin coins for something that you probably don't need to grind that much. For competitive players, maybe, so you can get more stamina to grind more cores or skill books, or just more more credits in general. At this point, you should have most tier 5 gear on all your characters. But we will get to that afterwards because there's a specific thing I wanted to bring up. Lifetime contracts, I would not spend on. Simply because you're gonna get one free every month. The only thing it really does is prevent you from going below 100. You already have the 2% stat boost from max loyalty. This is just to waifu your people, and honestly, I wouldn't buy it. As a low spender as a low spender in general, or a dolphin, maybe if you want to waifu your people or husband your people, then I buy it. As a whale, honestly, you can buy anything in this game. Obviously the old special package is pretty nice too. Forgot about the price, but fusion cores you can actually get pretty decently easy. Pretty easy to an extent. The more cores you grind, the easier the faster you can get your fusion cores. Like they're always going to have a way of grinding these things. And at a point, at a point you won't need cores anymore because you've already limit broke most of your characters. You won't need skill books anymore because you already skilled most of your characters. It's kind of the same thing with these cores, where basically you're gonna run out of people to 110. Of course it's gonna be very slow as a free-to-play player, but of course try and use them for awakened units first, because you won't be able to get dupes that often with awakened units. But I probably wouldn't buy it as a low spender unless you really want to get a little bit competitive with PvP. But anything over 100 is kind of, how do you say, not really worth it to an extent. I actually don't know what is here, but I'm pretty sure all the limited time deal packages are gone. Pretty sure what's here is just like after you complete chapter 1 through 4 you get some stuff. Some of them are pretty worth, some of them aren't. But the biggest things for this game are the subscriptions. I would definitely buy these. What you're getting is already worth what the price is. But of course, there's also the daily rewards that you actually do get. You can only get up to 99 days. If you're at 98 days, you can buy another one. But personally, I come from a game where this is the best value if you wanted to recharge for premium currency, and that's what I did. I don't mind it. I'm going to be playing the game for a while, so it's whatever for me. Custom packages are actually extremely worth. These are probably the best admin coin purchases you could make in the game right now. Obviously, the higher the better. I would probably avoid the lower tier ones, but once you get towards these packages, you can get fusion cores, you can get gold set binaries. Those are the best ones. You really want those set binaries. Tons of awakened tickets. So much classified contracts you can get from these monthly custom packages. I would highly recommend these if you were to spend admin coins on them. And for the last one, you would always go for the gacha gift boxes. They will give you at least better than what you would get if you were to choose stamina or gold. Never choose gold, because if you get stamina, not only do you get EXP, but you basically get way more gold if you grind a gold stage or a gear stage than what you would get if you chose gold. But in general, the random gift boxes can give you as much stamina as you would have chose if you chose the stamina. It's just way better. Other than that, it's pretty nice. Obviously, for free-to-play players, get the classified recruitment package. The quartz package, at least, is what I'm trying to say. It's 2,750 quartz for 220 classified contracts. That's 11 pools. If you do this every week as a free-to-play player, do every daily, weekly, and whatnot, and some events, I guarantee you that you will get pity every 2 months. And that's awakened character every 2 months. It's extremely worth it. Absolutely. That's pretty much the only way you can get a large amount of summons in one sitting. For small spenders, I would definitely recommend the classified recruitment starter package. Not only does it give you a dupe of Lee Jisoo, that's not the biggest part of the package, and already everything else in the package makes up for the cost. You get such a good value on classified recruitment contracts, and also on top of that, courts is just really worth it in general. Other than that, we also have skins for the new event. Obviously you have these ones too, but for free to play players, now I'm not trying to skin review here, but I'm gonna skin review, right? I'm probably gonna buy most of the quartz and admin coins ones simply because I'm a collectionist to an extent, but these are pretty good skins. Very good skins, actually. So you have your basic attacks and whatnot. I'm pretty sure these effects don't change for the quartz skins, I don't think, but you do also have the skill cut in. But yeah, the effects don't change that much. But you also do get that skill cut in, which is really nice. In-game model, all that good stuff. You got Mia as well. Got your in-game model and whatnot, and then you got your skill cutting. It's really nice cutting. You got Young Harim, in-game model and skill cutting. It's really cute. And you also have Hansorim. Got your in-game model and you got your chibi. Although it seems like they don't have a skill cut-in for her. That doesn't seem right. Do they not actually have a skill cut-in? Oh, she's a soldier, that's right. She actually doesn't have a ultimate, that makes sense. Is the cost lower? I don't know if it's worth it for her then. Not sure. Maybe they might add something, but it seems like it's just skins for this one. Oh, this one has a skill cut in. This one's might not be worth the price. But you also have your very, very nice admin coin skins. Now they are rated SR and SSR. With the SR ones, you don't have different voice lines for her. But the skin is actually very nice for Pendragon Elizabeth. Really nice skill cut in as well. Super nice skill cut in. Got some nice dialogue.
새로운 의상을 준비해 주셔서 고마워요. 하트베리 가운, 행복의 전령으로 분발하겠습니다. 조금 들뜬 상태인데 괜찮을까요? 네, 마음껏 드셔도 돼요. 감사의 표시니까요. 초콜릿을 먹으면 기운이 난다죠? 이게 사장님께 도움이 되길 바랄게요. 아니요, 비장의 초콜릿은 아직 숨겨뒀어요. 사장님, 꼬리에 흥미 있으세요? 만지는 건 상관없지만 잡아당기면 저 화낼 거예요. 달콤한 말이 아니어도 제 진심을 전할 수 있게 돼서 다행이에요. 여기 제가 만든 초콜릿이에요. 드셔보실래요? 자, 깨물지 말고 천천히 녹여 먹기. 아시죠? 흰 토끼는 자기 고향으로 돌아가기 쉽.
One second, I'm actually gonna increase the game volume a little bit.
안 돼요, 선생님. 그렇게 머리
Maybe a little bit too loud.
녹아내.
But yeah, she has some really nice dialogue. Obviously, you can go through the skins yourself
안녕하세요, 사장님.
and see the
초코나라
dialogue.
흰토끼가 행복을 나눠드리러 왔어요.
But I wanted to see the difference between the white rabbit skin and the black rabbit skin.
초코나라로
Obviously, you do have some change effects with the SR version, as the last ones did.
신선한데요? 이거는
But it looks like hers is the same for the most part. And the skill cutting. I'm confused why you didn't get to see the skill cutting in game. Might be the above. Or maybe you just shouldn't. You should be able to see it. Who knows? Yeah, I don't know. Maybe in practice mode you can't see it, but that doesn't make sense because the other skins you can see it. Even on Pendragons. That's actually worrisome, but we'll see, I guess. Really nice Hilda skin. So really nice skins overall. I'm not sure why you can't see the skill cut in here for Gayun, but actually very curious. There you go. That looks nice. So yeah, it does work. Probably worth the purchases. Aside from skins, you obviously do have these other packages. I would probably get these packages because they're just really worth in general for me, for the most part, I would say, because they're really good rewards for the price they're at. Play packages, so I actually buy all of them to an extent. I'll probably stop with the ships once I finish the ships, but these ship packages are actually very worth. They give you a lot of materials. The fusion core boost packages, I think, give you 15 if you buy all of them out. It's a decent amount, but in general for small spenders, I'm not gonna go over whales because you pretty much buy everything, but for small spenders, I would absolutely go for the set option boost and the imaginary core boosts. Those are the top two I would get. Then maybe fusion cores if you want to fusion core up your people. Quartz packages weekly, 2 times quartz package, absolutely the other best admin coin package because you get 2 times of what you're using to buy it. So that's all this premium stuff, some quartz as well, packages. Moving on to seasonal stuff, because I do want to go over this real quick. Let's say you have 30 days in a month, and there's every 10 days you get around 8,000 gauntlet points. If you do 5 times strategy arena a day, 5 times RTA a day, not 5 times, but basically clearing out your 600 points of RTA a day, ranked battles, you should get 8,000 gauntlet points. Now, to clear this first page and second page, and to get the classified employment contracts, that is 16,000 in total. That's only 20 days worth. So you have the rest of the 10 days to build up gauntlet points. This is excluding weeklies and seasonals, I think. You can use the rest of the 8,000 points for 30 days to get maybe 5 fusion cores and a few of the endgame gear. Endgame gear is extremely important. I cannot stress this enough, as I'm going to explain in my later guide today. In part 2, why gear is so important. Right now, tier 6 gear is the highest you can go to, but set and unique gears have something special to them. I will explain this part real quick though. Aside from, like, you know, obviously getting some maze gear for your characters, that all set and unique gears have a purple substat. So your main stat is your gray one. That's always going to be based on what equipment you use. Your purple substat is going to be based off of the set or unique gear, and your yellow stat will always be rollable and random. So the reason why this set is so good is because option 1 gives you anti-ground and for res and in general, right? So why is this better than a regular T6 or T5 option 1, option 2 rerollable equipment? Why, you may ask, even though you could totally reroll your first option for some other stat? It's because most options just give you flat amounts. I'll go more in depth in part 2, but I will say that majority of the time that purple substat will be a percentage and not a flat amount. While the first yellow option, if there wasn't a purple here, it would be a flat amount. And in PvP, flat amounts basically give you almost nothing in stats. What you want is percentages, and that's how you're gonna beat people. If you don't have percentages, it won't do much. If it's flat, I'll give you a little snippet of the calculations, but for PvP, it's basically 10% of the stat that you're actually going for. So if you upgraded the main stat of this, plus 10ing in PvP might matter a little bit. You might get like what, plus 300 attack at the end of plus 10 or something, plus 400 maybe. 10% of that is plus 40. Enhancing the gear level does not matter as much as the substats. So that's my take on that. Obviously you got all these really nice ones. You actually have the option to put multiple of these in your background if you want. It's a really nice board over here that I bought, and you also have the skin, also with the skill cutting. It's really nice. Otherwise, that is basically how you do Gauntlet. And to run over Exchange Shop really quick, basically what's worth. Personally, as a free-to-play, I probably wouldn't reroll, I think. But as a low spender, I think it's very worth. As if you roll an employment contract, it basically is already more worth than what you're refreshing at. So obviously you got your cores, your urgent crafted coupons, and your conversion rates if you need them. You can use friendship points or not business cards to get them instead, so maybe you don't need these. You can also get special catalysts to basically upgrade what you would have, like a APT core to an SAPT core. But yeah, I would refresh just personally, as you can get a lot of good stuff like ship materials. These are really nice buys and whatnot. Black box fragments are also extremely good buys for a new player, and I would definitely buy them. I obviously have too much, so I can't exactly do that. But I definitely do want to buy more urgent crafting materials, because the faster I can get them, the better. Also, prime ship materials really good as well, since you're lacking that a lot. There you go. I got one employment contract that's a 150 quartz basically. That's already worth of what I was refreshing, and it only costs us gold. Don't buy this. I mean, you can. It's a little bit more expensive. It's fusion cores, but I really wouldn't buy it, even for a whale. It's just that chunks a lot of your crystals. Heavy covering, hell yeah. So some really nice stuff. For free to plays, I would probably spend 3 times stamina a day, and after that you get 75 quartz. For dolphins, I would recommend getting 6 refreshes a day, so basically 50 and 75 refreshes done. That's a pretty hefty amount of crystals, but it is a lot of stamina. For free to plays, I would actually recommend 2 simulation tickets a day, simply because these are really nice. At a point you'll probably have to stop, simply because you might have all the cores you need or all the skill books you need, but these are really nice. I will use them on cores and then skill books later, because at a point you're gonna run out of things to upgrade. Set binary package is really nice. Always getting the set binary stuff is really important to me, because that's how you're gonna reroll your endgame gear. Simulation tickets, I'm gonna buy 3. No, I'm gonna buy 4. For dolphins, I might buy 3. It's not that much. It's only 90 extra. I'm gonna buy 4. It's gonna be 120. It's a little bit hefty, but actually, do I want to buy 4? It's pretty expensive. It's 120. I usually buy 4. What's the difference in 120 cost? I definitely would not buy 5. That is extremely expensive. I'm gonna buy 4. But I'll probably buy 2 for a free-to-play player. Aside from that, we also have the Planet Mall. Absolutely save these points. There will be operators in the future that cost 3,000 Planet Mall points. You will be able to choose which one you get. Save them. Don't mind me. I bought employment contracts because why not, right? I'm a whale. Don't worry about it. But definitely, I would save these for the operators. Raids. Buy these. They're cheap. Very cheap. Very nice. Maybe in the future, if you're missing something, you can get these, but really it's just this. Just buy that, only that. Ships. Buy the ever-living shit out of your special ship schematics. As a free-to-play, you want these. These are rare as hell. If it wasn't for the start of the game or how fast we were getting fast-tracked, it would take you around 3 months to build a ship. You need to buy that specifically. These you can get through grinding. The special ship schematics you need. Afterwards, buy something that benefits your ship. And that's pretty much it. Just buy the weekly ones. The other ones are grindable. That's pretty much it. Consortium. I would probably buy a fusion core every week. And then afterwards set binaries. None of the other 4. I'm about to hit my fusion core one, so that's going to be really nice. Obviously on this part, buy your lifetime contract. This is the free-to-play way of getting your lifetime contracts. 1 a month. This is very important. Afterwards, you can get your fusion cores. Very important as well. And then your coupons. So that's the weekly stuff and the monthly stuff. So I would definitely recommend that stuff. So that's the shop. Obviously you got your missions, you gotta do your dailies and stuff. So what do I do whenever I wake up or whenever I'm doing dailies and stuff? So obviously, I first check my dispatches. I want to see what I can do on the map. So for free to play, I would not recommend building another branch with quartz at level 45. I would recommend it to be at level 45 because you can unlock the 4th branch, which then gives you the choice for 8,000 quartz to build another one, and then 12,000 quartz to build another one. All 6. Now I've already basically gotten back 20k worth of quartz through resources, from employment contracts to simulation tickets to fusion core fragments to cores to ship components. I basically already made back my worth. I would do this as a dolphin or a low spender, or maybe not a low spender, maybe a dolphin, not a minnow. But for free to play, I wouldn't recommend it because you need to use your quartz for your awakened contracts. I would definitely though, as a whale or a dolphin, get these up as soon as you can, level up as soon as you can. It will benefit you in the long run. Now, how to build your branch. So, you obviously have your standard branch manager office. You have your phase coordinates amplifier and spatial coordinates amplifier for dives and raids. So how do you want to build your branch? I'm going to walk you through level 1 through 10. So level 1, you're obviously going to have all this stuff, right? Level 2, you get these things. Level 3, you got these things, right? So the way you can get your future strategy department and PR department, these 2 are going to be max first, FYI. And then the 3rd one will be a flex between higher raid chance or higher dive chance during a great disturbance. Now, to build the future strategy department and PR department to level 3, you would actually first need to build the staff office and the cafeteria to build the future strategy department and the PR department respectively. So level 2, you would actually, so level 1 you'll build the staff office, right? Level 2, you would actually build the future strategy department and then sell your staff office to then be able to activate level 2 future strategy department. Level 3, finish it off. Or level 3, you can build the cafeteria, I believe it's the cafeteria or finance department, and then build your PR department. Then sell the cafeteria. Level 4, finish off the command center. For level 3, you can get 20% or 30%, I believe, dispatch missions. It's 20%. And that's not the command center. Future strategy department, it's 20% duration at max level. This is huge. You want to get as much EXP as you can for as least time as possible. And then afterwards, you want to build up your PR department. At level 5, you should have PR department at level 2. Afterwards, at level 6, you don't want to actually build this to level 3. You can actually just build a CSE passive radar. Why? Because the spatial coordinates fixator and a phased array radar requires level 3. Or not level 3, but requires the CSE passive radar. So to build this at level 6, you can unlock these. At level 7, you can finish off either a spatial coordinates or phase array if you want higher raids or higher dives. I would probably do 3 raids, 3 dives as a balanced player, or if you're a free-to-play player, you might need more ships than raids. So you might do 4 dives, 2 raids, 4 branch management in total, because you have 6 branches in total. So you're either gonna max this one, or this one. And then afterwards, at level 7, you would sell the CSE radar and upgrade your PR department to max. Level 8, 9, 10, upgrade this to max. Level 10, you get 1 point left. So what I would probably recommend is probably the CSE passive radar, as you get a chance of getting a higher disturbance. I would not recommend command center, as you are capped at 70%. And events 84%. It does not actually give you more chance. It is capped. The cap is based, not the cap, but the great success chance rate is based off your level. Now, of course, this could give you an easier chance of, like, you know, leveling up someone low or using a low level person. There's no point. Just don't. Level 10, I would probably build the CSE passive radar. Keep in mind, I'm freestyling all this, so if I slur my words, my apologies. English is not my first language. Other than that, that is basically how I do my branch management. I actually messed up on a few of these, so I actually will show you right here on how to do it. So I'm going to remove these. Not that one, because I already finished it. So you would build cafeteria, bam. Build future strategy department, bam. Sell it. Now it's level 2, right? Alright, let's upgrade it. Now at level 4, you can build yourself a staff office. It is the staff office. Ooh, so is cafeteria future strategy? I'm not sure. We'll see. But let's build a staff office, right? Got 1 point left. Build PR department. Bam. Sell the staff office. Upgrade the PR department. There you go. Level 3 and level 2. That's how you effectively cheese it, in a sense. Actually, I'm probably going to do this for the other ones because I messed up to an extent. But yeah, let's do that real quick. Staff office. Into PR department. Remove. Upgrade. That is a lot of gold. It is a ton of gold. But effectively, I do want to get this leveled up so I don't have to worry about it in the future. I don't think I have enough gold for this. I do, but I don't have enough gold to actually upgrade it. I will, though, after I grind, I will have enough. But I have fixed my mistakes. Now, in raids, I would definitely recommend getting a Discord or a guild that does 0% raids. They are most efficient in the aspect of getting your rewards. So right here, you can see that I'm hitting a lot of level 100 raids, right? For 0%. Why? Because in this way, as you can see, we have 9 guilds in our Discord, plus some more that do 0% raids. We can all trust each other to an extent where we hit 0 damage. So this way, everyone can get their rewards. And after the 6 hours of time allotted, because as you can see, you have 3 types of dispatch missions. You have 1 hour, 4 hours, 5 hours, 6 hours, and 8 hours. So with the future strategy department built, it will be basically effectively 30 minutes to 40 minutes, 3 hours and 6 hours. That's when you want to kill the raid. So you can see here, no one's killing my raid until it's 1800. I did not specify a time, meaning it was default 6 hours. If I specify time 30 minutes or 3 hours, they will kill it within that time. Now, you can see here that none of these are dead yet, and they're within above 18 hours. They're all above 18 hours. No one will kill, no one will snipe. Now I could show you this myself and just continue to hit for 0 for all of these, but that's a little bit of a waste of time. But basically, you want to hit for 0 or at least minimum damage to 0 as you can. I will demonstrate in a bit, but you can see a lot of people do hit these for 0. Obviously these just came out, so let's see if we can find one that's recent. It's level 90 hit? No, level 90 is not hit that much. It's just level 100%. So hitting for 0% actually gives you the option to get, or a probability to get tier 5 molds rather than tier 5 weapon. You aren't able to get a tier 5 weapon. You're only getting a tier 4 equipment piece, which isn't as good as a tier 5 mold, as you can see. Obviously you get more quantity, but with a tier 4 weapon in the mist, you actually get a lot lower chance of getting the other stuff. But I will demonstrate here. So you want to have your first squad with one unit level 1. So just in case you AFK, get a call, and you have to take it, your AFK unit will just die. Instead of having your raid on number 1, have it on number 2. As you can see, as soon as you get in, if you're not busy, boom, options, abandoned. But this is what happens when you just let the unit go on auto.
저를 용서하소서.
So that's for the world map. For dailies in general though, you would go through your operations and gauntlet respectively. Obviously get all 600 points for gauntlet. Strategy battles, you also want to use all 5 tickets to get as much gauntlet points as you can. Aside from that, operation wise, you have your main story, but that's not part of your dailies. You could use part of your dailies for support missions, but I've already finished all that, so I don't really do the support missions anymore. You have enough points to ignore it. Aside from that, do your supply operations, covered ops, do all of these. If you want to ship materials, which they do give heavy coverings or whatever you need, tuning binaries are extremely useful. And I would always do the info ones. Info is extremely nice. They cost a lot of stamina, but I would always do them. Aside from that, then you got your simulations. I would boost anti-air training simulation count up first if you need them. You obviously need them for cores. Diversity is key in this game. A lot of squads is. Anti-air trainings. Then you would do skills. I would never boost EXP. You don't need EXP. Afterwards, I would do all your side stories. For the simple fact that you can get an SSR character or an SR character off of either a drop, or you can just grind the shards. So for SSR character, you require 150 shards to build them. Afterwards, it requires 120 to get boosts. Other than that, you can also get SR characters. They require 70 for a dupe, I think 90 for the whole character. Of course, in all of this, you can actually just drop the whole character. A lot of people got really lucky on Orca, a lot of people didn't. I'm one of those people. I did not get an Orca. Today is the day I get Orca. Now, talking about this, do all your side stories. Other than that, that's pretty much all the dailies you can do for operations. Other than that, I can tell you the best grinding stages. So the best grinding stages for gold, for credits, would probably be, for credits alone by the way, if you have nothing else to grind like gear or whatnot, I would do Sylvia's grinding stage in talent recruitment, which was 119 I believe. That gives you the highest amount of credits and also gives you Sylvia shards, but most importantly it gives you blue, rarity, Claudia dupes, a whole dupe, not shards, dupes. So you can 110 Claudia very easily there. You can also grind Ryan, you can also grind Evelyn, you can also grind Linjian. You can grind a lot of characters to talent, and that's where I would advise you to use your stamina if you have nothing else to spend on. And I will show you where to scout a little bit. Other than that, obviously you have your repeat operation and stack operation. I wouldn't stack auto, that costs info. Maybe when it's during hot EXP events, and you have your guild welfare points. That's something I also want to talk about. Guild welfare points to get as much as you can. So I have 150 now, and I'm going to do the good old thing of scouting.
사장님,
뭔가 잘못된 것 같은데 모르겠다.
이름은 오르카. 목표는 침식체 섬멸.
So we just got Orca, and I now only miss one character in the game, and that is the spear. It's bad. Otherwise I pretty much have every character in the game. Salary negotiation, there is a 25% off right now. It is 25% off. It is great. I think it's 5% if you have the subscription, but it's 20% right now off as an event. You can level up a lot of your characters if you need to. That's that. Other than that, Ship wise, I would want to recommend getting the Enterprise first. It's useful for everything. PvE, PvP, mainly PvE. It's an armored ship, it uses heavy covering. It's a really good ship. Next, if you want a PvP, Lake Superior is a pretty good ship, although it is permabanned in Korea right now, and seems like it will be permabanned for pretty obvious reasons on why it's good in PvP. So I would actually recommend a really good ship called Gleipnir Armor Type. It is actually an extremely good ship for PvP. You also have New Ohio. I believe that's decent for Shadow Hall 1, but the Shadow Hall 1 doesn't take that much effort. Shadow Hall 5 actually is pretty decent if you run New Detroit, because it's, I believe, all strikers, and that's also a cruiser. Try and get 10 ships, by the way, so you can get 6 squads in dispatches and 4 main squads for dives. Enterprise carrier type is pretty decent for soldiers. Stellar is an amazing ship at rarity, R rarity, it's a rare. Gleipnir is pretty good. You should always get that for your free ship, although Abraham is actually the other choice for mech teams and is actually a pretty good choice. But Coffin 6 should come out soon, and that's the SSR mech ship, has more stats. Aside from that, you also have New Ohio in general. This is pretty decent. It is good against soldiers. It has a silence effect as well. Gleipnir pod type I wouldn't even touch. Other than that, that's pretty much most of the ships. In the future, there will be a Blue Mark II. That is one of the best ships in the game now. It is a pretty good soldier ship. Its first ability heals, and its second ability sends 3 snipers, 3 defenders, and 3 rangers of soldier troops on anywhere on the field. It is pretty amazing. It is great for soldiers as well. Other than that, you also then have Kami. It's a pretty good raid ship, good for guild raid bosses or raid bosses in general. It's also pretty decent in PvP. I would recommend it a lot. Other than that, going through crafting, craft your tier 5 molds from your grinds. Obviously, you can craft all of these. This is where you craft your fusion cores from your fusion core fragments. You can basically craft. How much cores would you need to get a counter SAPT core? You would need 30. So 30 of these gives you 1 counter SAPT core. 5 of these give you 1 fusion core. So you basically, it's 150 counter APT cores, or any core in general, APT cores, to make a SAPT core, and you need 5 of those to make a fusion core. That's 150 to make 1, or 150 to make 5 to make 1. That's how you grind fusion cores. You also have this way of getting ship schematics to build your ships. You also have your skill data if you don't have anyone to upgrade to tier 3 skills anymore. Other than that, that's your crafting. Your enhancements are extremely important. I would definitely recommend to do this on your tier 6 gear. You can change what... This is the best part of the game, in my opinion. You can change what stat you get, as I said. Option 1 usually is a flat stat. Look at that. You get percentage. It's so good. Option 2, you can reroll for another percentage. I would recommend crit damage or skill haste on Jalin. As you can see, it's not that much of an increase for main stat, but on some characters, it is a percentage stat, and that's actually very useful. On other characters, it's a flat stat. It's actually not that useful, but it might as well leveled up, but I would definitely prioritize the percentages first, so you can change that. For tier 6 gear, I would definitely use your set binaries on. For free-to-play characters, only tier 6 gear. Exclusives first, I believe, if they are really good exclusives, since the fact that they have pretty good purple substats, main locked substats, or rerollable substats. As you can see, Young Harim's here as well is pretty good. I used a bit to reroll for cooldown. That's her best. She has a pretty decent exclusive compared to some of the other ones. Well, you can't get skill haste on this, and she has minus 5% damage taken. Is pretty nice, considering the fact that that's just damage taken from everywhere, not ground, not air, not anti-ranger res or whatever. It's everywhere. Damage taken in general, it's pretty decent. So that's tier 6 gear in general. As you can see, there's SC, has the set of SC. Forgot what it stands for, but it gives crit damage. It's very strong in this sense that it has crit damage. And you can also have percentage on the other ones. I would definitely reroll this one for a percentage for even more damage. Because, as I said, in PvP, it's 10% of your stats basically. Or if you're lazy, the simple one is just cut your stats in half. These don't give you that much. I'll explain that in the later video. Part 2. But that's what I would recommend for a whale that gets a lot of binaries. I would still be very wise with it. I would just do it on T6 gear, whatever, if you put on the maze gear, or whether or not you put on the new Shadow Hall gear or the new guild gear. It's pretty good. It's pretty good gear. As you can see, you also have Sylvia's. Sylvia's accessory actually gives you attack, which is really nice, but it gives you skill haste for percentages, and it also gives you a choice between more skill haste, crit damage, or just anti-damage in general, or anti-res. It's very good. Implant-wise, I'm actually, I'm gonna save this for the next video, but implant-wise, because that actually has to do with stats. But you can limit break with SPT cores. Obviously, do your most important characters first that you want to use. Your first 8 characters of your squad, as you're going to need 8 squads in total. And you can see that level 3 gives you yellow skill books, while 4 and 5 you require prime data skill books. Other than that, that's the dailies. That's your HQ, and then you have your squad. As I said, level up your main 8. This is just, I have farming teams up, so you can then put those characters that you first leveled up into each squad of your 4. You require 4 ships to do dives and some other content. This way you can grind up your lower level characters. So you can see that I actually grinded up a lot of these characters just through EXP. I've grinded Airi, I've grinded Shiyong, I've grinded Shinatsu, I've grinded these 2 to their max level without using EXP at all. This is how good EXP management is in this game. Titan's almost back just from EXP. These guys are max from EXP. It's pretty nice. It's very, very nice. So that's how I would do the squads. Other than that, I would definitely recommend to get some fillers, some characters that are pretty good, but you can't fit them in their team. I would do for EXP. These are from Dispatch EXPs right here, as you can see. Other than that, try and get 10 squads, 6 for Dispatch, 4 for your main team. What else will I be missing? Obviously, there's the counter pass. I don't have to explain much about that. Do your dailies, do your weeklies, and you get yourself some nice rewards. Is it worth it? Absolutely. The counter pass is absolutely worth it. The easiest way you can do this is buying the subscription for $13. The easiest admin coins ever. Wait like 13 days or so, you get enough to buy the pass. Is like 2,200 or something. You can buy the pass. That is the cheapest way to get so much materials. 10 copies of SSR unit. The next SSR unit for the battle pass is a sniper that can throw a armored Gleipnir type at the enemy. It's amazing. She's pretty decent as well. I would recommend the battle pass for dolphins as well. Other than that, I mean, you obviously have your recruits. Xeon Games has done an amazing job at separating their characters so you can get your pity. This pity does not transfer over. You also have your awakened pity that does transfer over, and you get 1 pull a day. I'm not sure if the next awakened battle will have 1 pull a day, but it's pretty good in general. Other than that, you also have your collection. I just got Orca, so I can finish this off. Free quartz. A lot of quartz. Obviously, you can't finish everything because you do not have Frederick Doma or Frederick Yuma yet. They will release in a future banner along with Old Administration later on as well. Otherwise, I'm pretty much only missing 1 unit that is obtainable, and that's the Shard Farmable Spear, but I'm honestly not going to because it's a bad unit in general. I will make a tier list on all of these characters and what their... I probably won't make a set effect. I'll probably make some separate videos for each character on what they can do for sets, or you guys can recommend on which character you want. I will also make a future video on episode 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, all the side stories combined, not combined, but one for each. And yeah, I'll also do Crossroads. That's actually a very important one too for Kyle's story. And also you have the event one. So I will record all these for you guys to see. I'm also doing PvP clips and whatnot. But otherwise in part 2, I will be explaining stats, sets, how important they are, how they work, all the formulas in general. I will explain everything as to the best of my abilities that I can, because a lot of people are getting a lot of things wrong about it, and it's kind of annoying me to an extent. But if you're interested, I am part of the Superior Discord, the Superior Guild. We have 9 guilds, we have casual guilds, we have semi-competitive guilds, we have Superior, the competitive guild. If you are interested, that is very good if you want to have a decent Discord who doesn't hit your raids for no reason, who are organized to get those 0% hit raids off. It's a nice guild. It's a nice Discord. Other than that, though, obviously you have your regular Consortium stuff. I forgot to explain this, actually. Always check in, always donate 3 times, at least gold. Other than that, you also have your weekly missions. These things will come later, but your welfare points, you get welfare points. They do not stack. Use all of them every single week. Your welfare points are based off of the level of your guild. They will reset weekly. These give you so much grind potential. It gives you so much EXP, so much credits for welfare points. You can also buy them if it's worth during an EXP event. It probably will be worth some quartz to get 1 hour boost for credits or EXP. Absolutely worth it. Other than that, future content that will come out will probably be Shadow Hall, it will be guild co-op and whatnot, and a lot of other gears will come out. I will be making a video on Awakened Yumina. I will be summoning for her in that video. I will be building her in that video. I will be gearing up in that video, and I will tell you why I choose the gear that I chose for her. And hopefully you guys will look forward to that. Other than that, it's Arisante, or known as Mango. And this is part 1 of the guide. I don't know what to call it, to be honest. I'm just gonna call it the quote-unquote, I'm gonna put the quotes in there, the complete guide for Counterside. If there's anything I am missing, please do tell, but I will be going over stats, formulas, and whatnot for the next part. I might have to prepare for that, but yeah, I'm probably gonna have to prepare for that, considering I had to show a lot of things when it comes to formulas, or when it comes to just formulas. I'll probably show it on Discord too. But that's basically it for this video. And yeah. Obviously, I forgot to mention that gear grinds, 333, 3 squads, very nice EXP. Although a lot of people should know this already. You also have Gutter Rat, 1-4. Gives you around 2 gears, but 1 squad, a decent more EXP, and a decent amount of, a lot more stamina consumption, but more account EXP. You also have your standard grinding ones. But, yeah, that's pretty much it. A lot of people have covered this already, but the main reason why I wanted to make this is I wanted to do a complete guide on everything, but I also wanted to mainly talk about the stats and formulas, but that will be for part 2. Otherwise, I'm signing off, and this is Arisante. Goodbye.